Parker Schnabel has spent the last 5 years searching for the perfect gold mining project, and now he's finally found it. But instead of feeling on top of the world, he admits something feels weird. Why? Because this isn't just any project. This is a $15 million gamble on Dominion Creek, an unforgiving stretch of Yukon wilderness where only the toughest miners survive. Why would a 28-year-old miner bet everything on one claim? Was this a calculated risk or the biggest mistake of his career? The stakes were higher than ever, with Parker setting an ambitious goal: 5,000 ounces of gold. That's over $10 million at current prices. But getting there meant navigating frozen ground, brutal conditions, and an operation so costly it had to produce gold just to break even. To truly understand the scale of Parker's decision, let's break it down. $15 million isn't just a large sum. It's the kind of money that could buy a luxury mansion in Beverly Hills, a private jet, or a fleet of high-end sports cars. Instead, Parker staked it all on a remote, frozen stretch of Yukon land, where success was anything but guaranteed. Here's how that staggering investment played out: 7,500 acres. Geez, that's crazy. $3 million went straight into securing the mining rights for Dominion Creek, locking down a claim that had the potential to be rich in gold. $4 million was spent on heavy machinery, a fleet of excavators, bulldozers, and rock trucks that would form the backbone of the operation. These machines would be pushed to their limits in extreme conditions, facing sub-zero temperatures, frozen ground, and relentless workloads. Millions more went into fuel costs, wages, and camp expenses. Running a large-scale mining operation in a remote region meant spending thousands of dollars per day just to keep the equipment running and the crew fed and sheltered. Every gallon of diesel mattered. Every hour of labor added up, and every unexpected repair threatened to derail progress. And then there was the crown jewel of the entire operation, the Roxen wash plant. Unlike traditional wash plants, this revolutionary piece of machinery had the potential to process more material faster than anything Parker had used before. It was designed to capture even the tiniest gold particles, maximizing efficiency and ensuring that no gold was left behind. But bringing Roxen online came with huge logistical challenges. From building a stable foundation in the permafrost to managing its massive water and power requirements. Thanks for getting this done. It's a nice setup. I like the plan, and there's always going to be a few quirks to work out, but I like it so far. This wasn't just another mining venture. This was Parker going all in. Every ounce of gold recovered had to justify this immense investment. And what he found beneath the frozen ground of Dominion Creek would change his operation forever. At the core of Parker's operation stood a technological marvel, the Roxen wash plant. This wasn't an ordinary piece of equipment. It was designed to be a game changer. Traditional wash plants process about 150 yards of material per hour. Roxen, however, had the capability to process 250 yards per hour, offering a 40% boost in efficiency. This meant that in the same amount of time, Parker's team could extract significantly more gold than before. More importantly, Roxen's advanced gold recovery system was designed to capture particles as small as 0.5 millimeter, preventing valuable gold from slipping through the cracks. It was equipped with a triple-deck screening system that allowed for more precise material separation, ensuring that only the most valuable dirt was processed. An automated control system monitored water pressure, material flow, and recovery efficiency in real time, making adjustments as needed. However, the sheer size and weight of rock sand presented its own set of challenges. To prevent it from sinking into the thawing permafrost, the team had to construct a specially engineered foundation made of crushed rock and reinforced steel supports. Additionally, its enhanced processing capacity required an enormous amount of water per minute, necessitating the construction of an elaborate water recycling system. Despite the logistical challenges, Roxanne had the potential to revolutionize Parker's gold recovery efforts. But would it be enough to make Dominion Creek profitable? 7,000's going to be tough, but it might be doable. You just raised the bar pretty high. Should we get back at her, Mitch? Yeah, we better. But honestly, good job, guys. Thanks, man. Yeah, for weeks, Parker's team dug relentlessly, but the pressure was mounting. Every day, the operation burned through thousands of dollars in fuel and wages. They needed at least 20 ounces of gold per day just to stay afloat. Then everything changed. An unexpected discovery in an ancient creek bed validated all of Parker's research. This wasn't just a promising spot. It was paid dirt gold miners' dream of finding. The breakthrough came during a cleanout when the cell box yielded 125 ounces of gold in a single run. An astonishing figure that exceeded expectations and sent waves of excitement through the crew. But the biggest shock was yet to come. As Parker and his team sifted through the recovered material, their eyes locked onto something extraordinary. A 7 ounces gold nugget, the largest ever unearthed at Dominion Creek. This wasn't just another chunk of gold. This nugget was a symbol of validation, proof that Parker's research, instincts, and sheer determination were paying off in spectacular fashion. Finding such a large, intact piece of gold confirmed that their mining strategy was working and hinted at the potential for even greater riches buried below. The excitement was contagious. After weeks of uncertainty, grueling work, and mounting expenses, the discovery reignited the crew's energy and morale. It wasn't just about the financial gain. It was about proving that this claim was the gold mine they had been searching for all along. This wasn't luck. This was evidence that Parker's gamble might just pay off in ways no one had imagined. Despite the major breakthrough, Parker's operation was far from smooth sailing. I really want to thank you all, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that every one of you guys wants to come back, because every one of you guys has a spot here next year. Material processing issues slowed production, leaving Parker visibly frustrated. I shouldn't have to walk your floor, he vented to his crew. I thought everybody knew how to dig pay, but there are round rocks everywhere. The wear and tear on equipment was another ongoing battle. The harsh Yukon environment accelerated damage on excavator tracks, conveyor belts, and other critical components, forcing the team into constant repair mode. Some parts that should have lasted an entire season required frequent replacements, adding to both the workload and financial strain. Meanwhile, crew conditions were brutal. Living in remote makeshift accommodations meant months away from family and a work-life balance that barely existed. During peak mining periods, 18-hour workdays became the norm. Exhaustion was a daily battle, and morale fluctuated as frustrations built up over mechanical failures and slow production. Every aspect of the operation was grueling. From performing dangerous repairs on high structures to dealing with slippery wash plant surfaces, the job demanded a level of mental and physical resilience that only the toughest could endure. Yet through sheer determination, the team pushed forward, finding creative solutions to keep operations running. Their shared goal of hitting gold kept them motivated, proving that perseverance was just as important as luck in the high-stakes world of gold mining. Gold mining isn't just about striking it rich. It's a financial balancing act. Every single day, Parker's operation burned through thousands of gallons of diesel with fuel costs, often exceeding $2,000 per day. And we need to get some money coming in because we're going to be broke very soon. A single rock truck consumed 50 gall per shift, and with multiple machines running around the clock, weekly fuel expenses climbed into 5 figures. Payroll was another major expense, with skilled operators earning $25 to $40 per hour and total weekly labor costs exceeding $20,000. Even maintenance was a financial headache. Just one excavator track cost $115,000 to replace. The specialized mats in Roxanne's gold recovery system needed frequent swaps, adding thousands in unexpected costs, and water management. Keeping up with settling ponds and pumping stations drained additional resources.
Gold prices further
complicated profitability. While gold hovered around $2,000 per ounce, the high cost of extraction meant actual profits were far lower. Parker constantly had to weigh the cost of processing more material versus finding richer ground. With Dominion Creek proving its worth, Parker looked to the future. "We're on to a good piece of ground in Alaska," he revealed. If successful, this expansion could further solidify his gold empire. He understood that diversifying his mining locations was crucial for long-term success. A single claim, no matter how rich, could only last so long before its resources were depleted. Expanding into new territories would ensure his operation continued to grow. His experience with the Rocks and Wash plant had redefined modern mining efficiency, and his approach to strategic prospecting, skilled crew management, and cutting-edge technology would shape his future ventures. He had learned invaluable lessons at Dominion Creek: how to adapt, innovate, and persevere under extreme conditions. But even with all his success, Parker knew one thing: gold mining is never predictable. Each season brings new challenges, unexpected setbacks, and the constant need to adapt or fail. The harsh reality of mining meant that every victory was hard-won, and every setback was a lesson in resilience. One question remains: will Parker's next big gamble pay off, or will the unpredictable nature of gold mining prove to be his greatest challenge yet?